So then we quickly cover one small topic called power of questions. And this is again related to self. Whenever we have a problem in our life, what question do we ask ourselves? Yes?
How to solve this?
If that's a question you're asking yourself, that's brilliant. What question generally do people ask themselves?
Generally, people
मेरे
end up
साथ ही क्यों हुआ?
Why me?
Why me?
So the one question which is most common is why me? When you're in a problem, the worst question to ask. Why?
then it focuses on the negative and feel bad about yourself. Then, like it's like a self-pity kind of thing.
So mind is a very powerful search engine. If you ask it for a question, it will find an answer. Okay? And it will find an answer either by searching internally or externally. That doesn't matter. It has the ability to find whatever answers you're seeking. Now the problem with why me is when you ask why me, it starts going on an overdrive to find an answer for that. And there is no answer for why me which will ever satisfy people. But imagine, let's say someone has had a breakup. They sit with themselves and they say, why did this happen to me? What answer do they expect their mind to give them? Think.
I deserve this.
You are not good.
Enough.
You are not lucky. You don't deserve this.
So I'm not good, I'm not lucky, I don't deserve this.
Yeah.
Relationships are not meant for me.
Me. Yeah.
दुनिया ही खराब है, किसी के ऊपर भरोसा ही नहीं करना चाहिए.
लड़कियां ही ऐसी होती हैं.
लड़कियां ही ऐसी होती हैं, सारे लड़के ऐसे होते हैं. राइट? वो तो ऐसा ही था, ऐसी थी.
Yeah.
आजकल के जमाने में सीरियस तो कोई होता ही नहीं है.
होता ही नहीं.
इनमें से कौन सा आंसर एक्चुअली इज हेल्पफुल? टेल मी.
एक भी नहीं.
None of them, right?
None.
None. And even if you get an answer, that answer doesn't really satisfy you.
Yeah.
So when someone says कि नहीं अच्छा उसकी गलती थी, मुझे ही वो क्यों मिला? अच्छा बचपन में मेरे साथ कुछ हुआ था जिसकी वजह से I got attracted to this person. मेरे साथ ही बचपन में ऐसा क्यों हुआ था? So why me is never no ending, right? You will keep going back and back to why. And that's how we end up exaggerating problems. Right? Now, if we don't ask why me, then what do we ask? So what do we ask?
How did it happen? What was the root cause? How to solve this? What are the steps I should take?
So the last two are brilliant. The other three were all variations of why me.
Okay.
This is a question that you're asking yourself. I'm not saying from a therapy point of view. From a therapy point of view, to use a process to explore root cause is a different thing altogether. But this is more about what people do when they're trying to find an answer on their own. So what next? How do I move forward? Who can help me? Questions on these lines. Questions which basically help you focus on what now or what next. Now, what happens when you ask a question to yourself? Is the questions clear as to why not, why me, and what kind of questions to ask?
Yes.
Now, what happens when we ask a question to ourselves?
We think in that direction only.
As I said, our mind is a very powerful search engine. It will come up with answers. And second, it hates unanswered questions. It hates incomplete information. It goes on an overdrive and it's not getting enough information. Have you ever noticed how when you're talking to someone, if they're not able to complete a sentence, you will jump in immediately and complete the sentence for them?
Yes.
Why do we do that?
Yeah, why do we do that?
We think we were trying to help the other person. We were not. We were just so uncomfortable with unanswered questions that we were looking for an answer. कि जब तेरे को नहीं मिल रहा तो मैं बता देता हूँ. Does it sound right? Now, this phenomena that the mind does not like unanswered questions and it would go on an overdrive for a search is also evident when you forget someone's name. Have you noticed when you forget someone's name, pehle consciously you try to remember that name, and the name just doesn't come in your head. And then after some time you give up. कि यार नहीं याद आ रहा, छोड़ना. And then spontaneously somewhere down the line that name pops up in your head.
Yes.
At a time when you were not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Why? So what really happens is when you're trying to find an answer to a question, you're initially trying to find it consciously. And while you're finding it consciously, the unconscious is like kar raha hai kaam, karne de. Now, if you don't find an answer and you give up, then the moment you give up, the unconscious takes it personally. Aise kaise answer nahi mila, I'll find it for you. And then in the back end, it goes on an overdrive for a search. The search can be an internal search where it would look at its own experiences, the stored information, or it will start driving your focus in areas where you'll get answers. And that's why questions become so important. You change your questions, you will find a different answer. You visit the same website every day with a question in your head, and you will notice there are a set of articles that you're completely ignoring. You're not even aware that they exist over there. You change your questions, go back to that site, and you will notice that the site already contains all the answers that you were looking for. You were just not asking the right questions to yourself. Is this clear?
Yes.
Important when you're working with yourself, important when you're working with clients. When you're working with clients, tell the clients. Then in the next couple of days, please ask yourself questions like this and avoid the why me question. And when you're obviously having your own problems and you're looking for answers, then follow the same process. Now, the process that we follow is this. We ask a question. The question would give you an answer sooner or later, which may be actionable. Means the answer is precise enough for you to understand what to do next. Now you can take an action on that. Or the answer needs more clarity, where you feel कि answer to mila, but I think I still need more information to know how do I apply this. Good till here? Now, if the answer is actionable, take action. If the answer is needs more clarity, you go back to more questions. So let's say I ask myself, what can I do to promote my workshops better? I have an answer to Facebook marketing. So I've got an answer. Now I don't know how to do Facebook marketing. So I can ask myself more questions. What would be the best way of knowing more about Facebook marketing? Which takes me back to the question. If I know Facebook marketing, then I can directly take an action. So this is a process that is an ongoing process, because every question that you ask will give you answers, some that will be actionable and some that you will need to explore more. So it's almost like an ongoing journey that you are on till you have achieved your outcome. And once you have achieved your outcome, you ask yourself what next. So it's like an ongoing journey.